angelic structure looks pyramidical in its geometry, yet in truth, this is a circular or spiraling structure. The angelic frequency is the activation of the higher point of the DNA, presenting individualized archetypes generic to the collective consciousness of humanity. Yet angelic frequency in its individualization is infinite, and therefore unique and individualized presentation can occur. The generic angelic archetypes hold more mass within their presentation when known by many. One such angelic archetype holding mass and thus individualization and point of perspective is the Archangel Gabriel. The Archangel Gabriel stands for many things, but one of this Archangel's jobs, if you will, is that of the Muse, specific to writing and words. Archangel Gabriel can be called upon by anyone with a pure heart when they make that call. If you in your incarnation stand as the scribe, either through your original blueprint or through a choice point node into a shifted and new blueprint, the Archangel Gabriel and the frequency of will already be programmed, if you will, into your DNA and thus your matrix field. Even without the scribe archetype within your field, one can add this into the incarnational blueprint simply by asking. Asking through writing would be a most potent and fitting method. Therefore, one would write the following words, or one's own words in a similar vein. I, state your name, wish to include the archetype of the scribe within my incarnational blueprint, within the timelines and quantum realities that I experience and am aware of. I wish this archetype to integrate into my matrix field now. It is done. I now stand as the scribe. And this is simply all it takes when asking. If this writing is electronically written, then one can place this within a folder or other specific place within your personal electronic space, entitled Archetypes, Blueprint, Wishes, Restructuring, Sacred Writings, or similar. If this is written with pen or pencil, then the paper can be buried within the yard or garden, or placed within the physical sacred space for safekeeping, perhaps with a crystal, talisman, or other meaningful object with it or upon it. Or the writing can be burnt through candle fire or similar, accompanied by the visualization of the paper moving upwards into the ether or heavens. Visualizing this flying free to the place where wishes are made, or stored within the astral library under lock and key, protected by librarians of light or Akashic gatekeepers. Or one can visualize the parchment, paper or scroll flying free throughout dimensions within a spiraling eternity. All actions are simply action taken within the third dimensional realm to solidify and strengthen the original asking, and this assists in setting the geometric structure that leads to manifestation. This action can be called spell work, magic, ritual or ceremony. All are powerful modes of working and integral language for DNA awareness throughout the collective aspects. Specific to working with Archangel Gabriel, one simply calls him with these words or similar: I call upon Archangel Gabriel, the writing muse, to assist me with my role as the scribe and the creations I present. Then one simply takes pen to paper or fingers to keyboard and begins to allow flow. Setting an intention or asking a question is a most aligned trigger point into this flow. One may allow whatever flows to come through, be it story, poetry, prose, or cosmic information. For Archangel Gabriel, the writing muse assists with story, yet the story will be peppered with spiritual truths, knowledge, wisdom, and metaphor, as will poetry and prose. Cosmic information is presented in the form of what you would know as channeled material or inspired writing. This energetic pairing with the Archangel Gabriel leads to automatic writing, and there are many guises that this takes. With automatic writing, some individuals may move into a trance state, sometimes eyes closed, having no knowledge of what they write. Others simply write, just as they are, with perhaps a peaceful energy running through them. For writing is another form of healing. It is a release as well as a creation, and much emotional release and awakening and healing of trauma can take place through writing. Therefore, can everyone and anyone stand as the scribe and call upon the Archangel Gabriel, the writing muse? Indeed, this is the case. Whilst specific individuals have incarnated with the scribe archetype as a main presentation within their fields, one always has choice and can move into this if one wishes. Those with the scribe archetype within their matrix field upon incarnation have often held this archetype through many lifetimes. The templates for this archetype through the DNA structure are inherited. So the one holding scribe archetype will incarnate within a genetic bloodline holding an activated scribe archetype within the DNA. However, this is not always the case. Some individuals incarnate with the scribe archetype within their fields, born into a genetic bloodline that does not contain the scribe archetype. This is very rare. The individual will have mapped this archetype through soul connections and will be introduced to a trigger point within their incarnation for further mapping. Most usually, archetypal presentations are inherited through genetic bloodlines. Writers are born to writers, if you will. With inspired writing, channeled material, and conscious work with Archangel Gabriel, you may find entities come to you, appear before you in your physical space as non-physical entity, or present themselves as new consciousness structures or characters within your hyperspace reality. Some non-physical entities simply come to observe, for the act of writing is powerful creation. Every word written creates the potential for geometric setting and thus physical manifestation. Mystery school teachings and gatherings in secret know and have known of the power of the written word. Truths given to you in phrases such as, "The pen is mightier than the sword," yet secrets veiled in such a way so only the few can see beyond that veil. Now is the time to bring this magical awareness to all who wish to know and all who wish to hear. Archangel Gabriel, ready as the writing muse, holding keys to open doors within the mind, standing as gatekeeper to open your hyperspace vision within the imagination fields, standing himself as translator for the light and deliverer of information. For Archangel Gabriel is the messenger. He takes the form of the owl, dove, pigeon, or any bird in flight holding message. He spreads his wings and stands by you and for you as you allow your creativity to flow at the deepest levels. As you tread across worlds of story and move through the imagination fields of hyperspace, you come to a higher place, the central point of the cosmic worlds, beyond the dimensional scale. It is here you truly unlock codes within the DNA and draw down energy, frequency, and template with which to create matter. Writing is but one key into this DNA code release. Yet never before on your planet has there been so many who hold the scribe archetype within their fields. You will know if you have incarnated with the scribe archetype within your original blueprint, and thus your matrix fields, for you will be fascinated by books, both story and information giving, since childhood. The story within your imagination will have run parallel to the story you live within reality. At the time of your spiritual awakening and your stepping upon the path to enlightenment, you will merge the story within the imagination with the story you live within reality. You can then rewrite your story, and we mean this in a literal sense as well as a metaphoric one. For remember, the mystery school teachings and the secret knowledge is now yours to behold and yours to utilize. For this is a major key to the creating of your own reality and magical manifestation. Now is the time for the information to be openly shared and delivered. Now is the time for non-physical beings who draw close when you work as the inspired scribe to be given voice. Now is the time for Archangel Gabriel, the writing muse, to step forward through omnipresence within time and space and hold your hand as you write the scripts for your teachings, your story, and your life. As you do this en masse, the collective consciousness of humanity steers its own ship of life, with you, the creative individual, the scribe, at the helm. Allow the words to flow. Allow the language of light to be shared throughout the DNA fields of humanity. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of light, muse to the scribe, is here for you, to assist you and guide you in your endeavors as the scribe. And when you work with him with a pure heart, you have graduated, if you will, upgraded from the scribe to the magical scribe, he who holds the quill of creativity, he who builds worlds upon the page. We speak here of you, listener of our words, you, for you have untold power and untapped creativity waiting to burst forth. You have been waiting for a sign. Here is your sign. You have been waiting for a message. Here is your message. For you are the magical scribe of which we speak. You are the author of your own story, and you are the hero and the heroine within that story. Go forth, therefore, and write the words, deliver the messages, and tell the world the truth. Reveal secrets, deliver information, for indeed, now is the time. We are Archangel Gabriel and the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. I am delighted to announce Sacred Quest, my brand new collection of guided meditations. Journey through a rich tapestry of inner visions as I guide you through enriching fables, mysterious landscapes, and sacred soul teachings. You are invited to embark upon an adventure, become a character in a story, as you follow these guided meditations into the deepest recesses of your inner visionary potential. Each guided meditation is a trigger into your own DNA activation, expansion, and healing. Each meditation is, in itself, a spiritual journey. Join me as we embark upon your sacred quest. Instant download at magentapixie.com.